Hey, how's it going? It's the effing podcast on February 6th, 2018. I'm really thinking about changing the name of this podcast. I don't know. I think the novelty of calling it the effing podcast, simply because I say fuck every 15 seconds, has officially worn off. I don't know. So if you have any ideas about what you would like this podcast to be called, you could send me your suggestions. Most likely I won't be fucking accepting any of them, but I'm curious to know what you think. I'm thinking of calling it like I don't know. How about can you fucking believe this? That actually sounds like a good one, but I don't know. Send me your fucking suggestions. Maybe I'll consider them. But anyway, how the fuck is everybody going or doing? Not going. How's it going? I was trying to combine the two. Um, it's a rough fucking morning for me today. I don't know. I woke up and I'm super fucking grouchy. I don't know. I'll get into why I'm grouchy. Well, I don't know. I mean, there's no fucking particular reason. I mean, occasionally you wake up on the wrong side of the bed and, everybody's a fucking cunt. So, I don't know. I mean, you want to hear about something like just how ridiculous my anger can be is I was taking out the garbage cans, to the fucking curb like you're supposed to. And my aunt was here. She actually lives in our back house. And I don't know, like I usually put the cans, like I try and be courteous to the neighbors next door, right? So I try to not crowd them because we sort of have a like a shared little fucking curb area. And I try not to crowd them. In fact, I like to put them on the other side of the of my driveway instead of right next to them, just to be courteous. But um, sometimes that spot isn't available, so I put them. I'm a courteous fucking neighbor, right? And my aunt was like, we own up until this area right here, and it struck me like we own. I don't think you own shit. This is my house. Um, I don't know. It was just something that I'm sure was innocent. It wasn't meant to be anything, but for some reason, because I'm a fucking grouch, I'm like, I don't know. I didn't like that we shit. It's like, when you fucking pay for the mortgage and uh, the taxes and you fucking work to maintain it, then maybe you can, we can be on the same fucking this team of we. But I don't know. It rubbed me the wrong fucking way, and it gets fucking worse, right? Because I put the cans out there, and she moved them to where she think it would be better, and of course that pissed me off because it's like, what the fuck is this? Is this some sort of fucking power play? Are you trying to convince our neighbors that somehow you fucking own this house or some shit? So, I go inside and I fucking stew for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then I decide, you know what? I'm gonna be passive aggressive, so I gathered up some more garbage that it really didn't need to fucking go outside, and I put it in the cans and I moved them back to where I fucking originally had them. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is just how much of a fucking cunt I am. Um, yeah, I don't know. You wake up some days and you're just like, maybe I should just not fucking, not socialize with anybody. So, instead, go do a fucking podcast. And here we are. Speaking of which, I got a pretty good reception from last week when I did when I introduced my little segment of, people, what was it? Fucking people acting like cunts on Twitter segment. So I decided I'm going to, do another one this week. And this time it is about homosexuality. All right. So there's this guy, right? He it looks like he took some screenshots of somebody else's tweet, and in the tweet, this lady is asking, "What will you do if your son comes out as gay?" And one person responded that said, "He is getting raped by 2 women and I'm paying for it." Another one said, see this anyhow you want to see it. What sort of fucking grammar is this? See this anyhow you want to see it. It's not gonna happen in my house. It's either you stay normal or you leave my house. Nothing in this life will make me accept something that is disgusting to my nature. Another person said, I kill him. Which is fucking horrific. It's horrific that here we are, 2018, and you still have people that say shit like this. You know, I'll get to why it's even weirder for me than just that. But so the guy that took the screenshot says, "This is why we commit suicide." And then, of course, some fucking asshat had to respond, and he said, "God created Adam and gave him Eve for a reason." And then he replied again. He put, "LOL, Yankee dudes and babes." I don't know. I don't know if that means that, is he from the fucking South? I don't know. And then he got a response that says, "As in their mentality, day one kind." I don't know what the fuck he was trying to say there, but he was definitely agreeing with this dipshit about the old, it's the typical thing, right? Fucking God created Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Well, really, then why in the fuck did he create? If he exists, and for those of you that have been listeners to this podcast, I'm atheist, so I don't believe in that shit. But let's say he fucking existed for a second. Are you telling me he created people that he would automatically hate and damn to hell? It makes no fucking sense. I mean, there's huge holes in their fucking logic, but whatever, I digress. So people respond like this one says, she's actually siding with the guy that's saying, this is why we commit suicide. She obviously is accepting of homosexuality. She says, what if now God knows there's overpopulation? And by the way, people, I'm just reading it how they fucking write it. All right, so it's not me. She says, what if now God knows there's overpopulation but doesn't want to kill something as beautiful as love, so he changed it a little and is trying to make it acceptable? And then a person that goes by the screen name or avatar or whatever Twitter fucking handle said, and it's his Twitter handle is Big Brains. So we already know we're dealing with a fucking genius here, right? He says, how do you know about these changes? Is there a new Bible, or did our Lord and Savior tell you directly? Okay. Does anybody else see the fucking problem in that statement? Right? Because apparently, he's trying to mock that obviously the Lord and Savior didn't tell her directly, but he's also kind of implying that the Lord and Savior did tell him. And she responds, she says, I'm just saying, why would someone as great and almighty as God put people on this earth for himself to preach about condemning? What if he wants them to be gay? There is overpopulation, and you're not going to stop that by having more babies, but everyone deserves love. And then another fucking jackass comes on or responds to that and says, remember Sodom and Gomorrah? And then Mr. Big Brain says, "We in it again. We in it again." That's his full sentence. Then the Sodom and Gomorrah guy says, "That explains it. We'll be waiting for the destruction of the world any time now." And then somebody responds to that and he says, "Why would God destroy the world? Can't he just zap everything good? I thought he was all powerful." So this person is obviously atheist. And another guy responds and said, "Why would he do that? He allow you to have a choice in life. You either walk with him or without. It's very simple to understand." Says somebody that clearly doesn't fucking understand the underlying message within pretty much every single religion, and definitely when it comes to Christians. So then somebody responds to him, says, "You guys are literally referring to a book that was written hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Sweetheart, it was thousands of years ago." But well, whatever, I'm just nitpicking here. It says, "Life updates. Get with the fucking program or build a time machine and go back to the 1400s for some reason." Then another guy says, "Not everyone is a Christian, so these rules don't apply to everyone. Next." Then somebody responds to him and he says, "Please excuse homie above. I can see that he's full African. Over there we are raised in the old ignorant ways, and sadly it rubs on all of us. They out here burning kids alive just for being gay. Luckily I moved to a world where I was humbled and know that love is love." What world would that be, sir? Because the United States isn't filled with love. And then somebody says, "You're right. I'm African, by the way." And then somebody says, "But it is Adam and Eve. So clearly God is telling me to sleep with both of them." That's a good one, actually. That's a good one. And somebody says, "You're fantasy man." And, it just goes on and on and on. And it's just like, I mean, if anything, this segment proves that I'm completely fucking on the dot here. People are fucking cunts. Every single one of them. And it's, guess what? It's not just guys, it's fucking women too. Did I have to throw the little jab at the women there? Yes, I did, because for some reason a lot of women seem to think that, women can do no wrong. But going back to, I had said that what fucking surprised me the most about these perspectives, it isn't the fact that it's just, it's 2018 and this perspective is fucking outdated. It's the fact that a majority of the people that are like, hell fucking no, this isn't fucking, this isn't normal and I'd kill them and blah, blah, blah. Most of these people are black. And you would think that when it comes to being oppressed, to being treated unfairly because of something that you don't have any control of being killed for being different, being treated as some sort of fucking pariah, you would think that of all the people, at least in this country, you would think that African American people would understand exactly what people that are gay go through, and the struggles and strives that they have, and the fact that that this idea that that gay people are somehow going to corrupt other people or whatever, it's just isn't it just basically the same stereotype when it comes to black people that most people, that there's a lot of people that think, oh, black people are fucking criminals, or they're all from the hood, or they all speak fucking street slang, or whatever it is, whatever stupid fucking stereotype there is out there. It boggles my fucking mind when you see a group that historically has been, aside from the Native Americans, obviously they got it a lot fucking worse, but you know in regards to this country's history after the almost complete annihilation of Native Americans, a group that has, still to this day continues to struggle with being accepted, to fucking turn around and try and fucking play the I'm fucking better than you card against another fucking group based on some bullshit that they read in a fucking fairy tale book. It's just, it's mind-boggling to me. Because it's like, okay, is this cognitive dissonance? Is this, or is it just, here's my chance to fucking, I can't get, white people to fucking accept me and stop oppressing me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adopt their fucking way of doing shit and not accept and oppress another group based on some bullshit in a fucking book, which, by the way, a lot of white people, from what I understand, the reason that they were okay with slavery and the idea that, you could treat people horrifically, was it all fucking derived or whatever from the Bible. So they basically white people used the Bible to validate their horrific treatment of African Americans. So it's fucking odd when you hear black people basically utilizing the same sort of ridiculous, I don't know, fucking tactics or whatever. It's just, it's fucking, I don't know, it's weird. I don't know if I'm the only one that finds it weird. That's very fucking possible, but I don't fucking get it. Yeah, I know you have your fucking religious beliefs or whatever, and you're allowed to have them. Nobody's saying you can't, but it seems fucking weird that the most oppressed group in this country is now trying to oppress others. It's fucking weird, But yeah, there you have it. People fucking acting like cunts to one another on Twitter. I think I'm going to continue to do this. I'm only going to do it once a fucking week. So if I give you 2 podcasts a week, one of them will be this, and the other will just be me fucking, I don't know, talking out of my ass. I had a pretty fucking, like I don't know, a hippie, not a hippie, I don't know, like a stoner fucking thought the other day. I was looking into, what people do to fucking lose weight and stuff like that. Not that, I'm still trying to, but I'm still doing it the old-fashioned fucking way of hard work and I don't know, depriving myself of shit that I'd actually like to fucking eat, which, is actually, it sucks, and I know that there's the stigma out there, or not the stigma, the mantra out there that, you shouldn't fucking deny what you want. You just need to, take it in moderation. But the reality is that fucking cookies and although I'm not a huge fan of fucking cookies, but, sweets and junk food, it just wasn't designed to have like fucking 1 or 2. If you're gonna fucking eat junk, you're gonna eat the whole goddamn thing, or at least amounts that you really shouldn't. So it's my fucking philosophy that you just gotta you gotta go cold turkey, with it all. So that's what I'm fucking doing. But the fucking stoner thought I had was like, okay, you lose weight. Where does the weight go? Right? I mean, yeah, you build muscle, but like fat doesn't become muscle. So where does the weight go? How do you lose weight? Because it's not like, oh, it's not like there's blobs of fucking fat falling off you that you could look at and be like, oh yeah, look how much fucking weight I lost. I mean, it's in a nice little fucking ball right there. I mean, where the fuck does the weight go? How do you lose weight but nothing comes out of you? I mean, yeah, I know it's a fucking stupid fucking question, and I'm sure that somebody is pounding on the table, fucking, calling me an idiot, but I mean, where does it go? I never see it. I lose weight all the fucking time. I never fucking see it anywhere. Is it in my shit when I go to the bathroom? Is that where it is? Where the fuck is it? I get how I got fat because, well, I guess maybe I answered my own fucking question, right? Because you get fat by eating junk, you stop eating fucking junk, that shit eventually burns away, right? But then how come when I touch my stomach, I don't, it doesn't feel like crunchy, like fucking Doritos or some shit in there? I don't know. It's one of those fucking existential questions that I'm sure, some fucking nerd has the scientific fucking answer to that. But, it's never going to make any sense. And I'm still going to come back to, well, how come, I don't feel like a fucking Oreo cookie, on my ass when I eat. I mean, of course, obviously, I'm not going to, okay, I just realized how fucking stupid that statement was. I mean, because obviously I'm not swallowing fucking Oreo cookies whole. And I guess I, can go back to the Doritos thing, but I don't know. It's a stupid fucking question. Let's just pretend I didn't fucking ask it, okay? What else? Oh, speaking of fucking Doritos, I don't know. There was some fucking talk on social media that the fucking CEO of Doritos was considering or is considering creating something called Lady Doritos, and of course, women had to find a fucking problem with it, even though there was no fucking problem that exists. I mean, and not to mention that the fucking CEO of Doritos is a woman. Ladies, your fucking outrage is it's already gone past the fucking ridiculousness stage and is officially in you're out of your fucking mind stage. And the reasons that the CEO was giving for possibly creating a fucking Lady Doritos is because like any fucking successful business fucking owner, I assume they did their fucking research and they watched how when guys eat their fucking product versus how when women eat their fucking product. And all she did was list things that I'm 100% sure women agree with, but because we live in the I must be outraged over some bullshit fucking phase of life, women for some reason are losing their shit. It's like, oh, we wanted equal pay, but instead we get fucking Lady Doritos, and it's just like, yeah, if it was a man that proposed that, I could 100% be like, yeah, you got a fucking point. Like, of all fucking things, I mean, this is obviously, it's a good idea, but maybe the tonality of it is just, it isn't the right fucking time. But it was a woman that fucking was coming up with this idea, or just sort of, musing out loud, I guess. I don't know, ladies, can you fucking settle the fuck down? This is, I mean, I hate to fucking say this because it's going to sound like, oh, the fucking mansplaining shit. But this is why the Me Too movement and the feminist movement, why it won't be taken serious. because of the fact that you've essentially turned in to the same types of people that need fucking safe spaces at college and, get triggered by whatever the fuck microaggressions are and get upset because somebody that doesn't know what fucking gender or whatever that you call yourself calls you the wrong thing. You've officially moved into that area and most of the country isn't with you there. Yeah, it just, you need to tone it down a notch or fucking not. I don't know. It's going to fucking burn out at some point, right? Because the infighting has begun. The ridiculousness has begun. Eventually, there's going to be fucking a pendulum swing in the other fucking direction, and that entire thing is going to go fucking dark. So, I don't know, continue on then. What else are fucking people up in arms about? Oh, the fucking the stock market tanking over the last couple of days. And of course, everybody's like, "Oh, see, Donald Trump, he's wrong. Oh, it's fucking tanking." So, it's always the wrong sort of fucking take on things. If you look into why the stock market began to tank, you'll get a clear idea of just how bad fucking capitalism is. Right. So the reason, and I'm not going to pretend like I'm a fucking stock expert over here. I'm not. A lot of the stuff just seems like people just making up. I mean, it's all based on speculation, right? They assume that a stock is going to fucking grow or diminish based on, conditions. It's all just guesswork, right? But the reason that the stock market has begun to tank or slipped, or I don't know, maybe it's fucking rebounding. I haven't checked the fucking numbers as of yet. But the reason that it started to fucking tank is because there was an increase in workers' wages. Now think about that, right? Because I mean, wages have been stagnant for about 30 years or so. I mean, they just, like production has gone up, but wages have pretty much stayed the fucking same. Now, they suddenly have a wage increase, workers' wages increase, and the stock market crashes. And the reason for that is because it's based on not giving people, like, the stocks go high when ordinary people aren't making any money. But the minute that things get a little bit better for workers, for the average fucking person, stocks drop. Right? That is basically the definition of fucking, of what's wrong with capitalism, right? If I mean, it's kind of the reason why we can't have things like single payer and, tuition-free college and, a living wage and, affordable housing. It's because in order for that to happen, it means that the millionaires and billionaires, make less money. And of course, they don't want that. So they convince you that, you got to let the free market take care of, healthcare, even though that is pretty much what's going on, or what's been going on in this country for, the last 40 fucking years. And healthcare has been shit, and it always will be shit as long as we do it that way. The underlying fucking message of the stock market tanking is that, it's in their world, in the fucking elite's world, it's better when ordinary people's lives don't get better. That's how they make money. They make money by you not getting any better. In fact, they'll make more money if your life becomes worse. But the minute that fucking thing flips and suddenly workers' lives are getting a little bit better, and it's only like a 2.9 increase, it wasn't a huge increase, but you can see just that little bit, just that idea, that little fucking crumb of ordinary people's lives getting better, the stock market fucking tanks. Okay, that's capitalism. So anybody out there that's not a fucking multi-millionaire, billionaire, if you're just a fucking check-to-check person and you're still talking about how the free market and capitalism is the best way to go because some fucking rich cunt in a $5,000 fucking Italian suit told you it's a good idea, here is the fucking rebuttal to that. Okay? The free market, capitalism, all of this is designed to keep the fucking poor and the rich, right? Occasionally they'll throw you some fucking crumbs, like how what is it, fucking Home Depot or whatever, where they gave everybody $1,000 fucking bonus, right? And the guy, the CEO of that fucking company, and I know I fucking argued in defense of this dude on the last podcast, but my defense of him was people getting upset about the truth behind his fucking words. But it doesn't make him a fucking good guy, doesn't make him somebody that I fucking would champion. He is trying to convince people that that basically because he's giving out bonuses, that therefore that sort of validates the giving the fucking rich and wealthy a tax cut, that it's a good fucking idea. The problem with that logic is that unless they're planning to give their employees $1,000 every fucking month, all they really did was got a very, very fucking temporary amount of money that they wouldn't ordinarily have. And then as soon as they spend it, it's gone. So so that fucking logic of, oh, yeah, it's a good idea. And I know that there's going to be people that are fucking struggling, and that have some sort of outstanding debt, and they're going to be like, $1,000 would fucking help. But yes, I understand. In the short term, it would help. Long term, it doesn't do dick for you. Unless you can somehow turn that fucking $1,000 into a regenerating fucking source of income. If you use it to pay off a fucking bill or buy, something that you've always fucking wanted, and once it's gone, it's fucking gone. I'll never understand people. I mean, no, actually, I'm not going to say I'll never understand, because I 100% understand the people that think, oh, $1,000 fucking dollars, that's awesome. You know what? Trump is fucking great. He's making it great. I understand that, because you're at a fucking place in your life where, keeping your head above water is a real fucking struggle for you. So any little extra amount of money given to you seems like, this guy, I got to get behind this guy, or I got to stay behind this guy, because, if it wasn't for that $1,000 fucking dollars, who knows where I'd be. But the problem is that you're looking at it very short-sighted. Yes, I understand you got shit that you need to fucking pay for. You're struggling, and I'm not saying that that you shouldn't get the fucking bonus, but to not recognize what is actually going on here is very fucking dangerous, right? Because basically what Trump just did, and what this fucking CEO of Home Depot did, is he managed to convince people to forget, or not even think about the fact that once that $1,000 bonus is gone, they still go back to their regular fucking lives of struggle, right? It's the same bullshit that like I said, the guys in the $5,000 Italian suits convince you that the free market, that'll solve everything, and capitalism is awesome. It's the same people that get caught up in that and then will fucking regurgitate that shit, on social media boards or in fucking discussions with people, and it's like you don't even understand what the fuck you're talking about, and then on top of that, you don't even understand that you basically bought the fucking snake oil. Right? I mean, how many people, because Trump's his numbers in the polls have fucking dropped dramatically. I think he's at like a 30%, 36, 37% approval rating. How many people just the ones that, just from Home Depot, how many of those people are going to be like, you know what, 2020, maybe I should fucking vote for that. I mean, at least that's what they're thinking now. Or if they're not thinking about Trump, they're thinking, oh, well, the 2018 elections are coming, and, Trump's a Republican, and, well, there's a Republican running, so I must fucking back Republican. Now, am I saying that backing the fucking corporate Democrat is better? Fuck no. Neither option is good. What you really should be doing is trying to get progressives into office, because progressives are really the only ones that actually want to make your life better now. Democrats will claim like, oh, we're fighting, change comes incrementally. Well, they've been talking that shit for the past 40 fucking years. And nobody's lives have gotten any better except for the rich and wealthy. So fuck incrementalism. All right. Progressives are fighting for change now. End the wars now. Fucking make single payer, the healthcare system in this country now. Fucking tuition free college now. Forgiveness of college debt now. Work on or build up our fucking infrastructure now. Not later, not through fucking bipartisan agreement that really doesn't fucking equate to shit. Except, here's some more crumbs. Here's something so that you won't fucking storm the gates and put our heads on pikes. That's all fucking incrementalism is. That's all what bipartisanship is. It's just here's something to fucking shut you up for a little bit, and make you, reconsider, protesting, or reconsider fucking voting for the other guy, or whatever it is. It's all bullshit. You don't need bipartisanship to get shit done. What you need to do is just propose the policies that a majority of the fucking country wants. And guess what? A majority of the country wants all of the things I just fucking named. There's no need for bipartisanship. There's nothing wrong with being partisan as long as that partisanship is being used to make the lives of everybody better. I'll never understand. So it's just like, with this stock market shit and the reason that it fucking dropped. I hope if you weren't clear as to what happened, I hope you're a little clearer now. And I hope it's opened your eyes a little bit to this idea that, the fucking free market system and capitalism is all designed on keeping you from getting any fucking better, from your well-being increasing in any fucking way, because the minute it does, the fucking stock market crashes. Right? What happens if the stock market completely crashes and we end up in a fucking in a depression or another recession? You know what fucking happens? Interest rates fucking jump. People start losing their fucking homes again due to foreclosures. Maybe fucking food suddenly isn't as accessible as it used to be, and now we have to fucking stand in lines. A lot of bad shit comes from the stock market crashing, and I know it kind of makes it seem like I'm making an argument for maintaining the stock market, but no. The stock market is it's useful for rich people to get more rich. When it comes to ordinary fucking workers, people that are, making fucking minimum wage, the stock market is of no benefit to them other than it keeps you from having to fucking gouge somebody's eyes out over the last fucking loaf of bread. A universal income would benefit every fucking body, right? Because imagine imagine your life not being fucking dependent on how much money you make, right? Where it's like, you know what, if I have a job or I don't have a job, I can still keep the fucking roof over my head and the lights on, and and I can, if I have a fucking a medical emergency, I don't have to fucking rob a 7-Eleven in order to fucking pay for it. That's what a universal income, what fucking single payer healthcare would do. And then imagine what tuition free college does for people that at this point feel like, what, there is nothing that, there's nothing in the future for me but staying in this fucking shitty house, or living in this shitty fucking crime-ridden neighborhood or whatever. Imagine what tuition-free college does for somebody that right now is fucking hopeless or feels hopeless. And I know what some people are going to say, well, that's why you work, hard work fucking pays off. Well, what about the people that are working 3 or 4 fucking jobs and are still below the fucking poverty line? You cannot make the argument that they're not working hard enough. In fact, they're probably working harder than most people do, and yet they're still struggling to fucking keep the lights on. A universal fucking income removes all that fucking stress. Fucking tuition-free college gives people a choice of, okay, I can either choose to not fucking do anything, or I can actually go to college and become the thing that I dreamt about when I was fucking 7 or whatever. I guarantee you fucking get tuition-free college in, the crime rate in every single fucking city, even the bad ones, drops dramatically within 10 years. Dramatically. I don't know. I sound like I'm fucking running for office here. I don't know. You do whatever the fuck you want, but just keep in mind that you've been tricked into thinking that the free market is a great thing and capitalism is awesome, when in fact it's the fucking opposite of that. But anyway, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I hope you're having a good week thus far. It's only Tuesday, so you got a few more days to go before you can go back to, I don't know, fucking binge watching Netflix or some shit. But anyway, I'll talk to you again sometime later this week. And like always, don't take any shit and go fuck yourself. Peace.